The Pentagon announced it's going to cut cost of living stipends for nearly 50,000 troops beginning January 1st. Happy New Year. Congressman Dan Crenshaw, Republican from Texas, joins me now. And Congressman, good morning to you. You're a former Navy SEAL. I mean, why is our military being treated like this?
Well, you know, the list of failures actually goes back before this, of course. I mean, 4 months ago is not that far in the rearview mirror. And that's when Biden botched the Afghanistan withdrawal, did it abruptly while his military leaders were telling him to do the opposite. We lost 13 Marines as a result because we had to send 5,000 troops back in to fix this mess. Now that's what the military is truly upset about. You know, the story you're referencing, it's worth getting the facts straight here. It's not a change in policy. It's a story about inflation. That's what's actually happening here, because the Pentagon follows a formula, and that formula gives that stipend based upon a comparison between expensive cities and the national average cost of living. Now, we all know that the cost of living nationally has gone up, which means, relatively speaking, those expensive cities would be taken off that list. That's why this is happening. It would actually take a policy change to change that, and I think maybe the Biden administration should do that. Now, worth noting, though, this is, again, a reason to note the failures of this administration, because why do we have inflation in the first place? Well, it's Democrat lockdowns primarily. Democrat lockdowns caused permanent disruptions to our supply chains and production capabilities. That's what's happening right now. And then, as soon as Biden took office, they passed a multi-trillion-dollar plan that increased inflation furthermore by boosting the demand side without doing anything to deal with the supply side. Again, the long list of failures goes on and on with the border, with Afghanistan, with inflation, with the attack on our American energy. It's frustrating to everybody.
It is indeed. I want to get your thoughts on this next issue, Congressman. Florida is considering a new bill that will replace jail time with military service. It would apply to first-time, low-level offenders under the age of 25. Would you support that?
Well, I'm not a Florida legislator, as you know, so I'm not intimately familiar with that bill. But the concept, let's think through it for a second. It would require federal intervention because right now military standards wouldn't allow that to happen. And the question is that good for the force? Is that what the force is asking for? Is that what is needed? And I'm not so sure it is. I mean, when I talk to our military leaders, they're looking at a more mature, more capable force that can deal with future threats. Okay, we don't necessarily need to babysit people who do not want to be there. That makes it harder on current military leaders, especially at the lower levels. So I don't jump at the chance to promote a bill like this. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't be supportive of community service and volunteer work and other things, but at the state level, in order to avoid jail time for nonviolent offenders, I think that's a worthy conversation.
Do you think it could work in Texas?
Well, I mean, it does. I mean, judges have this discretion all the time. And again, I'm not a state legislator, so this isn't a section of policy that I deal with exclusively. But judges do this all the time, where they'll say, look, in lieu of jail time, you can do this kind of community service. You can volunteer here. In the past, they have put people in the military. I don't think that happens as much anymore. But again, Republicans and Democrats can agree on some levels of criminal justice reform, as long as it's not putting violent people back on the streets. You know, there was a story in Houston that 150 people have been killed because liberal judges keep putting these criminals out on bail. The bail reform story of the last couple of years is why crime is rising across America, and that story needs to be told more and more.
It does. I want to get back to the military. You speak to military leaders and military personnel. What's the morale like within the ranks?
I wouldn't call it great. I wouldn't call it terrible. People want to move past Afghanistan, and people want to think about future threats. You know, the morale is somewhat low because nobody knows what they're doing on their next deployment right now. And it's because we're not involved in any serious way around the globe. And to some people, that's a good thing. Now, special operations, for instance, which is the community that I talk to the most, we're still deploying all over the world. Now, those deployments are not combat deployments. They're what we call FID, Foreign Internal Defense, or simply JSES, which are joint exercises with our allies. And those kind of relationships are important, and I think they will continue to be important.
Very good. Congressman Dan Crenshaw, Republican from Texas. Great stuff as always. Thanks for